Jai Sadgurudev to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining this wonderful divine session today, where we are going to discuss about why meditation. Let me begin with a quick prayer and then we will talk. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Dhyan Moolam Gururmurti Puja Moolam Guru Padam Mantra Moolam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Guru Kripa. बार बार वंदन करूं सदगुरुदेव हमार यहाँ वहाँ सब ठाम में महिमा अपरंपार शरण शरण मैं शरण हूँ हे गुरु बंदे छो मोहि उबारो हे गुरु यह सौ बार निहो आदि अंत और मध्य में शाश्वत जाको से अमृत अंतरयामी हो नमो नमो भगवते. Once again, greetings to all of you. Thank you very much for joining this divine, wonderful session where we are going to have an interactive session with Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj. Let me quickly go through about the agenda for today's this wonderful session. This session will be roughly around minimum 1 hour and 30 minutes. It may extend from that depending on what type of questions we all may have. You all will be muted at this stage just to make everyone on a cautious side that any question you may have, please feel free to write down in the chat box. Or if you may have any question, you may raise your hand later on, probably not immediately. We will be unmuting you at the time when you will have question. You may have an opportunity to interact with Sant Sri Naamdeo Ji Maharaj as well. So the agenda is very clear. We'll quickly learn about Vihangam Yoga and then Swagat Gan, Mangal Gan, and then the floor will be open for the discussion on why meditation. Thereafter, we will have vote of thanks and then Shanti part and then closer. After closer, if somebody else have more questions, we may have a little bit more interaction thereafter. Those who are not familiar with Vihangam Yoga, let me give you a quick glimpse just to let you know what Vihangam Yoga is. So Vihangam Yoga is an NGO which is pioneer in yoga and advanced meditation training and aiming for upliftment, the human life in all aspects. It's not just about meditation. It's not just about sitting somewhere and practicing it. It's much more beyond that. It's more about you, yourself. It's more about letting you know and understand and experience why do you exist and why anything else does exist. Vihangam Yoga let you know, make you feel, make you understand, and make you experience under the guidance of the master himself how everything is designed and what exactly you have to do in your day-to-day life. The real name of this organization is Sadguru Sadafaldev Vihangam Yoga Sansthan, which was established by His Holiness Sadguru Sadafaldev Ji Maharaj, who is a Himalaya yogi. He established this organization in 1924. At this stage, currently, this organization is led by Sadguru Swatantra Dev Ji Maharaj, who is right now leading each and every activity of this organization. The main office, the head center, is located at Prayagraj in India. We are affiliated member of United Nations also under ECOSOC, which is Economic and Social Council. We have a special affiliation from United Nations. Just one more thing I want to highlight, since today's our session is based on meditation. I want to bring one more interesting point to all of you. We have a very big center, meditation center, which is called as Swarved Mahamandir. It's such a big center which is located in Varanasi in India that 20,000 people can sit at one time to meditate in this particular center. There are so many different kinds of benefits and different kinds of very unique features are there. But one of the important things which I want to highlight here is the spiritual atoms and molecules are so active at this particular center that anyone who sits for meditation can feel, can experience the divinity within himself or herself on a very quick time. So I recommend each one of you, doesn't matter which part of the country you are, no matter where you are, if you get an opportunity to visit to India, please definitely visit this center. Recently, in December 2021, when we were celebrating 98th anniversary of establishment of Vihangam Yoga, the Indian Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, visited this center for looking around and seeing how everything is being developed. And he mentioned from the stage itself that this particular center will be completed in and out everything in next 2 years when Vihangam Yoga will have 100th anniversary of establishment. So this is a very unique structure, not just in terms of a structure, but also in terms of meditative and spiritual experience which anyone can gain. So from here onward, it's time now we have to move towards today's session, which is about why meditation, to interact with Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj. I would like to quickly give a quick introduction about Naamdeo Ji Maharaj, although he does not need any introduction, but just for the sake of those who have been seeing him for the first time, those who would be interacting with him for the first time, it would be nice to know about him. And just for information, every day in our WhatsApp group and Telegram group during this 30 days global meditation challenge, you have been seeing daily quotes which we have been sending you, and you might have seen mentioned down below Naamdeo. This is what we are going to introduce right now, Sant Naamdeo Ji. So Sant to give a little bit more detail about Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce him, although I am not that capable or eligible enough to introduce him, but since we have to do it, so I'm introducing Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj. He is a living saint and the president of international wing of Vihangam Yoga, who transforms the perspectives with his mystic insights and wisdom from the universe. Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj is a humanitarian trustee, Chief United Nations Projects Coordinator of Sadguru Sadafal Dev Vihangam Yoga Sansthan. Naamdeo Ji is a true visionary, an ambassador of global change and transformation. Naamdeo Ji is a social entrepreneur who illuminates the statement, be the change you seek in the world. Be the change you seek in the world. That means if any change you want in the world, first that change starts from you, yourself. Without you change yourself, the world would not change. That's what he said. Be the change you seek in the world. He's leading Vihangam Yoga organization, the non-profit organization, which has a core objective of serving humanity. Under his global vision, collaboration with United Nations had been done in long back, almost a decade ago. A true visionary and ambassador of global changes and transformation, Sant Naamdeo Ji is a social entrepreneur, and he wants to see the world changing in a much more peaceful way. And not just that, he has taken a lot of different initiatives under the banner of Vihangam Yoga and otherwise also, so that every single person can be benefited out of this. With a firm belief in the mission of global peace and harmony, his dynamic approach to addressing the current social issues, Naamdeo ji displays a unique mixture of innovative thinking and holistic outlook. With his simplified approach towards social change, he connects with people at grassroots, leading by example, championing and the principles with which represents the philosophy of Vihangam Yoga. His advocacy of change as a collaborative effort rather than an individual approach has inspired many to take the pledge to serve to humanity. Naamdeo Ji Maharaj has taken initiated a lot of different kinds of groups, lots of initiative which all have been taking a huge success for the benefit of every single human being. If I have to name some of these, one of them is Sukrit Group, which is linked with ancient Indian tradition. It includes Sukrit Ayurveda, which produces Ayurvedic medicines using organic natural ingredients. At the same time, there is Sukrit Wellness Tour, showcasing traditional Indian culture, heritage to the global audience as a partner of Incredible India mission. Sukrit Health is another wing which takes care of health and wellness in terms of center at a unique natural location, offering a range of traditional Ayurvedic treatments. Not just that, Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj is the editor-in-chief of Vihangam Light. It's a magazine in English, which touches upon a lot of different kinds of holistic wellness and spiritual aspects. He has conducted several wellness workshops across the world and launched numerous forums for holistic living. His in-depth insight of his spirituality and society has mesmerized intellectuals and inspired them to adopt the most ancient teaching of Vedic era. He's also chairman of Sadafal Education. We will have a session on Sadafal Education later on in this month. We will be able to know more about what Sadafal Education does for the upliftment of those who are in need. His vision is to support the needy by equipping them with skills and knowledge of their success in their life. Naamdeo Ji Maharaj, being at a very highest zone, still practices Vihangam meditation of higher zone and has gained profound knowledge of human mind and beyond in his meditative state of Vihangam Yoga. His solution to the everyday life solutions are practical and outstandingly simple. And today we will have the glimpse of all these things when we interact with Sant Sri Naamdeo Ji Maharaj. Still, I believe the introduction what I gave just in text is very small, because when we interact with a saint, the definition cannot be complete. However, if just for the sake of saying it, if I pick up one couplet from Swarved, the encyclopedia of his spirituality, the constitution of his spirituality, I would like to narrate one specific couplet from Swarved, and that is, Santana hote jagat mein ko janat bhagavan, Keet Swana Samabitata Jivana Manuja Mahan, which means if saints would not have been there in this world, we would have been unknown, ignorant about the Almighty, would not have been able to know why do we exist, why everything else exists. The saints are there who illuminates us, who educates us, who let us take along with them to the ultimate zone of spirituality. With this, I'd like to pay my attention as well as I bow to the feet of Sant Sri Naamdeo Ji to address us, enlighten us with his blessings on the topic, why meditation? And thereafter, we will have interaction, few questions with Sant Sri Naamdeo Ji Maharaj. Before that, sorry, I forgot. It seems I'm a little bit nervous today. Before that, I really apologize. I would request Gajendra ji to start the Swagat Gan and a Mangal Gan, please.
Jai Sadudev to all of you, and my deepest salutation to Sant Naamdeo Ji Maharaj, and my greetings to all of you. आज स्वागत नित गुरुवर संत सुभाग में आइए, अध्यात्म विद्या दीप ज्योति सोमरस बरसाइए, दोष दूर गुण दूर करिके शुद्ध हंस बनाइए, भेद गम गति ज्ञान गर्जन शक्ति द्वार हटाइए, खुले द्वारा शब्द सागर भक्त जन अनहवाइए, जन सदा फल विश्व शिक्षक सान आन बचाइए, आज स्वागत नित्य गुरुवर संत सुभाग में आइए। मंगल गान। विश्व शांति नाम मंगल परम गुरु को ध्याइए, वर्ग द्वंद अशांति दूर कर भाव भेद मिटाइए, सार्वभौम समष्टि सत्ता ध्यात्म राज बनाइए, भेष भाषा भाव जग में ज्ञान पर दर्शाइए, समृद्धि सुख शांति धरातल स्वर्ग भूमि बनाइए, विश्व शिक्षक जन सदा फल नीति स्वर अपनाइए, विश्व शांति नाम मंगल परम गुरु को ध्याइए। बोलिए सुखदेव भगवान की जय।
Thank you very much, Gajendra ji. Gajendra ji had joined us from Czech Republic. Thank you very much for Swagat Gan and Mangal Gan. And now let us move towards the moment which we all are waiting for. I'd like to invite Sant Sri Naamdeo Ji Maharaj on this stage to please illuminate us and enlighten us with his words. Sant Sri Naamdeo Ji.
Pranam, namaskaram to all of you. It indeed is an honor for me to be here today. It is a privilege to be part of such a mega event where a number of people across the globe do join in for meditation session. we do keep hearing about meditation. We do know so many things about meditation. It is not a alien word today. Yoga and meditation has taken the world by storm, especially after the COVID-19, where people were confined within the four walls of their homes, and they took up meditation and yoga like never before. And usually what we happen to see that the one small segment of yoga is hyped up so much that it turns out to be the entire spectrum of what yoga can offer. But unfortunately, that's not the truth. What we know about yoga is a small, tiny bit of it. And meditation, once it comes as the frontier of the legacy of spirituality. Why do I say legacy of spirituality? Because somehow meditation is known to be the custodian of spirituality today. So no matter where you are, which background you come from, which religion you follow, the caste, creed, color, all comes together when we talk about meditation, because meditation is not termed as religious matter. It has to do with the spiritual growth. That's why yoga and meditation today across the globe been accepted as a way of life. And as you rightly know, that even the United Nations have declared 21st of June as the Yoga Day globally. So meditation comes into the picture quite prominently just because of one reason, that it is accepted as a form of upliftment rather than having anything to do with any religion for that matter. So what is important here is to know the meditation world, the word called meditation, because it's very common word, everyone knows about it. Basically, my understanding of meditation, in fact, goes beyond the very physical perception of reality as it is known across the globe today. Meditation may not have to do with a person with his or her eye closed in sitting in a specific posture. It could be anything and everything in the world but meditation. In fact, the word meditation is something that has not been very clear, lucidly clear to a number of people. Why? Because it comes along with a kind of a strain, a pressure, and the pressure of something weighing down on us is something is trying to put down on us, which feels like, oh, you have to sit in a posture and meditate, concentrate at a particular place or some bindu, some spot, some light. So usually the word meditation is termed to be something to do with having concentration or focus, finding a focus, maybe focusing on a point, focusing on an object, and try to merge with that object, looking outside like a tratak. You just keep staring at it. Instantly, your mind is focused at that particular object. And the focus is so much, the concentration, the intensity of focus is so much that you become one with it. And light that you see outside at a point at which you concentrate on becomes one with you. So you feel that the light there is within me. Or where is it? Because of the light that is outside represents the light within, or vice versa. Because of the light inside, I can see the light outside. So there are number of the school of thoughts that keep on carrying out different elucidation on meditation, and it will keep happening. So there will be a number of theories. Even, to be honest with you, if I could just narrate a few things about what meditation could be and how it would shape the world, there would be as many forms of meditation as there are number of people who are able to put their mind at a specific point of concentration, because each concentration will give out different meaning. It means that there will be as many meanings of meditation as there are number of people doing the meditation. Do you think is it possible to have so many meanings of meditation? Because each one of them will have different mindset. If I were to tell you, concentrate here, this is the light. All right. I'm just talking very practically to you so that it can make sense to you right now. Okay. So suppose that there is there's an object, an object of light out there, and you are supposed to concentrate there. Or maybe you can, if you're not comfortable, you can keep your eyes closed. Whatever way, if you are asked to concentrate on some object outside of you, or even if you close your eyes, you will all have different level of seeing things. Someone sees blue, someone will see different colors, someone will see the red, someone will not see anything at all. Everyone will have different meaning out of what the person is looking at. So meditation today, as it has become phenomenal, it has gone global, and with the plethora of meditation technique available on the web today, you can have all the information available to you. But one information that will not be available and that cannot be accessed by any means of meditation, any form of meditation that you may know of, is finding your own true self, is about knowing who you actually are. That will always be elusive. As long as the focus is outside of you, as long as the focus is on the very peripheral senses of yours, the very essence of who you actually are will always be elusive. You would never be near around where you actually should be as a meditator. In fact, meditation shall be all about not knowing anything. The point here is we have very aspirational mindset. We are aspired to achieve something. And this aspiration may have some inspiration, like someone you saw, you got inspired by it. You saw an action having been executed, produced some extraordinary result that inspired you to aspire to be someone else. Yeah, it happens. That is one aspect of it. That's why most of the people around the world, they would not know themselves because they're too distracted by the world. So as long as you are seeking something outside of you, you're not seeking anything. You're just going nowhere. You are going everywhere, but you are reaching nowhere. Do you want to do that? Does anyone want to do that? Do I want to do that? I personally would not do it. Never. Would you? Would you? Answer me yes or no right now. Would you like to go everywhere in the world and reach nowhere? It doesn't make sense. You have to be governed by some law, some higher force. There is a higher force that works with you right now. As I speak to you, as you hear these words, the energy that is leading you to hear these words, or wherever you are right now, even after 5 years, if you listen to this, you are being guided. You are being guided. Yes, you are being guided. At each moment of your life, there is something around you. And that something around you has to do with your level of consciousness, has to do with your level of consciousness, your consciousness. You are the light. You are the reason why meditation will happen. Meditation will not come from somewhere. Someone will not give you, no way. Someone can give you a technique. Technique is different. There could be a number of techniques. I'm not here to tell you the technique. I don't learn the technique. Technique is stupid. What you need to know is something much more beyond the technique, which only elevated master can give you. And one of those masters who walked on the planet, ascended the level of human consciousness, was Sadhguru Siddhartha Devji Maharaj. That's why meditation has become important, not because of meditation itself. Meditation has not become a standard form of meditation, knowledge, understanding by itself, but where it has come from and whom it has come from. That's right. Okay, if I were to ask you, now you teach me meditation right now, and there would be as many people, by the definition of fitter, by the number of people who are joining it, would be able to impart meditation to each one of us. You could teach me too. But what is your consciousness level of teaching me? That will decide everything. Where you are centered at the time of imparting the message to the other one will decide everything. So meditation is not about finding something outside of you. Meditation, I don't know whether it means dhyan. For me, it's dhyan. I don't know if the dhyan and sadhana could be replaced with meditation. I'm not sure. I'm not very comfortable with the word called the shabda, the word called meditation. Sometimes it feels me meditation is like very heavy word, very heavy. It sounds very heavy, but dhyan doesn't seem very heavy. It's like dhyan ki avastha, divya avastha. So it is not about meditation at all. It's not about technique. It is how you are being guided by a higher force. It's all about that. And in fact, to be honest with you, to be very blunt with you, and to be very straightforward with you, it has got nothing to do with knowledge of yours. Knowledge is dwarfed by realization. Realization is everything. Knowledge is stupid. Knowledge will keep changing its size, color, texture. Knowledge is not important. Knowledge is given, or it is read. It is not about reading. It's not about learning. Meditation is all about de-learning. You should not know anything. Like, you need to drop all that you know. You need to actually drop off all the packages of yours. All the knowledge that you have acquired till now are hinders to your progress because your mind is so calculative. If your mind is so engrossed in calculation, meditation is far off. It won't happen to you, no matter what you do. You will make mental deduction out of your calculative mindset. Even if I keep looking at the object, it will give me a definition of the same thing what I have gone through in my life. And each one of us have gone through different experiences. Therefore, the very outcome of meditation will be different as well. meditation shall destroy your illusion. Meditation shall transcend you way above the experiences that you have gone through in your life. And if it cannot do it, it is not meditation. It is some kind of technique, some jugaad, some method that you have adopted. Do it and keep on doing it for the rest of your life. You may make some headways and progress. That's all great. But the spiritual ascension is not possible. That's not possible. It won't be possible. For that, you need the dhar, the flow of consciousness. And Sadgurudev can give you that. Sadgurudev has that power. He has given me, so I know. But for that, you need to just let go of every drama in your life, because our psychological drama that you have carried along has brought forward what you already have right now. To make a greater stuff out of what you have will be of the same substance and character, and it won't be any better. It won't be any better at all whatsoever by any stretch of the imagination than what you have had till now. So don't expect any miracle. The only way you can actually rise above all the psychological drama is by rising above all the circumstances, because we cannot be circumstantial. We have had very circumstantial outcomes in lives. And so if you think that meditation will happen in your life, or you will have some knowledge of some light or some realization of some sort. So you may hit some success in meditation here and there, but unfortunately, the real essence of you as who you are will always be yourself if you are not connected with the flow of consciousness itself, which emanates within and from you at all times. So meditation is a very broad perspective. I think we could start some form of meditation right here. The first stage of being a meditation is the most effective one. But most importantly, meditation shall be in each action that you perform. That's very important. Whatever you're doing right now is meditation. Meditation has to alter your karma. If it cannot alter your karma, then it is nothing. It is a waste of time. Don't do it. Do something else. But if it could alter the very action of yours that you perform on daily basis, that will transform your life. Nothing else will. Because I cannot expect you to sit meditation 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Can I do it? No, I won't. I can't do it. I can't sit for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's not possible. But what is possible is transforming my karma. The action that you perform, if that is transformed through technique of meditation, it means that meditation will be involved into everything that you do on daily basis. Then everything about you will change. Your life will transform. And that's what meditation is all about. That's what dhyan is all about. I don't know about meditation. So I think there's a number of questions. I can see Subhash ji right on the screen. So Subhash ji, any questions that you have, you'd like to ask, please go ahead, because I think I've extended, I have crossed the time limit, have I?
No, absolutely not. It was mesmerizing hearing you. I'm sure all the listeners would have been just with you. I think when I was listening, and at the same time I was going through what the questions which I have, it felt like that most of the questions are answered already. But despite that, I think I will start with some of the questions which we have received from some of the practitioners. Some of the questions are related with the methods, which probably I would ask in a different way. But there are a few questions which are very much linked with what you just right now mentioned. And I would like to pick one of them. The very first one is that I think you already answered that question, but still I pick up that question that there are so many meditation practices available in this world right now, which someone says do something else, someone says this way, someone says that way. That means the methods are different. But for a normal person, for a normal human being who probably doesn't know anything and he is in search of some peace in his life, some method, something to be happening with him, what that person should do, where and how exactly he should understand and know that whatever is coming across him, is it the right thing or he has to keep on searching his journey? You mentioned that the dhyan, the meditation is a process to take us inside. So in that case, is there any guidance for a normal person, normal human being, those who are seeking some guidance, some more understanding about the life itself, what exactly it is, how they should recognize it that yes, this is the one which I should do and I'm looking for it. Is there some guideline behind that?
Uh, Thank you so much, Shubhati. Yes. Well, I think the only way forward is to know your own self, to know your own state of mind. That's the most significant. One, a sadhak must know his state of mind. That is very significant. So how can you actually know that you are on the right path or not? Is this the question, Subhasji?
Ji,
How would
ji,
you actually know? Right? This is the question, basically.
ji.
How do you know? Suppose that if I am doing a method of practicing a method of meditation by a different school of thought, that's absolutely okay. What you must know is you should have that jigyasa, that curiosity, the inquisitiveness within you, the ignition of inquisitiveness within you must remain there with you forever. That's very important, the jigyasa. That's very good sign. So if you are asking this question, that am I on the right path? I'm not comfortable. So how many of you are not comfortable right now? You feel a sense of uneasiness. I should know more. And how many of you out there are feeling like that? Tell me. Yes or no? May I get some answer from you?
Yeah.
Yes. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, amazing. It's very good. It's very, very good. Because this uncomfortable will become comfortable in some time. Right now, you must, if you have adopted a path, or if you have started practicing some form of meditation, and if you are feeling all okay, everything is fine, I'm feeling this or that, that will happen maybe much later. But at this point in time, as you have started and beginning a new chapter in your life, it has to feel uncomfortable. I'm not saying that attract uneasiness, but in fact, it should be. By the very way of meditation, if it brings some changes in you, it means that it is opening some horizons of your perception that has to do with your physical body. Your physical body has this entrapped memory, and you are operating out of your memory. So the first thing meditation will do is to stop it. Cut it right away. Because you are nothing but a memorized version of yourself. Do you want to continue to be like that? Do you want to continue operating on the same level as you already have? Probably then, if you do not think you need any change, then probably you won't be doing any meditation. But since you are here right now and listening to me and becoming a part of this session, it means that you want to make a progress. You want to leap forward. So what is very important, that when you start any form of meditation, of course, you start seeing the change within you. And how it happens, initially, you are not very comfortable because something is changing within you. The very chemical factory within this, because this is the biggest chemical factory in the world, if there is a bruise here, the body, this human body will do everything possible just to heal this wound, heal this bruise here. Before you go to the doctor, it will instantly start creating those chemicals in the body. Body is made of higher intelligence, which is connected with the higher consciousness. All right. But unfortunately, unconsciously, you have become memorized version of yourself, which at times demeans, belittles your character, but demeans your own self, because you have developed some tendencies. All of us have, haven't we? So the first thing meditation does is to bring yourself to yourself. Say hi to your own self, that we have this level of operation, which is not satisfactory, if I could say. I would not say demeaning or belittling to human consciousness. I'm not going that far, but all I would say is it is not our standard. So, of course, the very change starts happening within you. So that change is not very comfortable, and it should not be comfortable. But what happens is, after some time, this sense of uneasiness, you become very calm with it. So that will happen with the practice of meditation. So I would just urge all of you not to give up in between, because if you have really started, like if you have begun maybe a week ago or 10 days ago, you will feel calm. That's fine. You'll feel that, okay, I'm feeling very calm, and yeah, you shall feel very calm. But the real meditation is at times could take a form wherein we are not very comfortable with ourselves. We know that it is for our, we will certainly realize that it is for our higher good. But in the very process of it, things would not be very comfortable. So once the very knot within the memorized cell, because this body is made of the cells and there is a entrapped memory within it, once they are cleansed off through the technique of meditation, you feel a shake, you feel like, oh, jittery a bit, but that is very nice. You know, you feel that, okay, I'm raising my consciousness level. Maybe that will come later, but meditation must do this part to you, that it shall open up the horizons within you, within the physical perception of reality, because we cannot just operate from our memorized version. So I would rather say that, Subhasji, if you actually want to know how it works, the only way you can actually know in the best possible way is asking yourself and becoming aware about your own self, how you are redefining your own self. Are you becoming a better version of yourself? Are you much more calm than what you were yesterday? Things that agitated you day for yesterday, now it does not have that hold on you, grip on you. What may seem like really disconcerting feels like, okay, I can deal with it. Are the changes happening in your life? Are you very calm with it? What used to really ruffle you? So you will actually know that I am on the right path. It doesn't matter, because I'm just dropping all my illusions. I'm dropping all my illusions. These are the experiences of life, but this is not life. You realize that we are the spiritual being. If we are the light, going through these physical experiences. We are not these physical experiences. We are going through these physical experiences, but we are that being. So you instantly start dropping all the baggages of illusion, which at this point in time, we hold on to it and take our life carrying those heavy baggage of illusion that really cripple us. So that is gone. You are light, and your path is clear. That's when you know that, oh my God, I have been carrying so much of baggage. Oh, I was in such an illusion. Oh my God, I was in darkness. And then what happens is you become grateful. You start becoming grateful to the people and the circumstances which happened in the most ugly form, you know. So earlier the same thing would put your life off the balance, and you would be very uncomfortable even thinking about it. But now you are being grateful. Because of that, you came to the light. So meditation technique has to do that with you. It has to kind of cut you through, cut kind of all the illusion through you. So no, these are all illusions. And you don't deserve all these experiences to mold you, to shape you, because you are none of these. You are none of these. These are just experiences. What people have done and the circumstances have done to you. They're just experiences. Not to get entangled into it. It doesn't deserve my time and energy to put myself into that. Absolutely not. I mean, these feelings, these kind of consciousness, that just comes in you. And you just know it. These are just life experiences, but never the life itself. So once you start from the higher zone, then you can deal with Prakriti in much more amicable way, in a much more peaceful way. So that's how you would know that you are on the right path. If you are like becoming very angry or angrier day by day, of course, you're not doing something good. You're doing the wrong track. But that's the only way you can come to know about whether you are progressing on the right path or not.
Ji, I think during this discussion, you just answered one of the questions asked by Prachi ji from France. Moving out towards one important thing, which most of the practitioners right now who have connected with us in this 30 days global meditation challenge, many of them have been experiencing some kind of activities or some kind of experiences in their body. Say, for example, someone feels like cold, their body becoming much more colder, or cramp in the leg, or maybe some pull in the head, or the breathing is changing very drastically. Maybe someone has a fast breathing, someone has a very slow breathing, which is very much different from their normal day-to-day life. So during meditation process, as you are mentioning that different people are different, everyone is different, and their composition from inside, the thought process, and lot many things connected are very different. So definitely they will have different experiences. But how during the meditation time, why there has been so many physical experiences which they have been getting while they are trying to meditate, controlling their mind? Is there some link between the mind and the whole physical structure, the breathing and everything, and going towards the higher zone, especially about the pull? Why does and how does that pull happens if it happens with someone?
Gee. Well, I can tell you one thing. At this point in time, all you should know is there is a connection between the prana, the breathing, and because of the prana that you have this physical body, but you cannot see the prana, you cannot see the vital force because of which we exist. So if your mind acts in a way that is totally against this physical body of yours, because you are operating from a memorized version of yourself, there is a conflict, there is an upheaval of emotions and feelings. So for mind to come to an equilibrium, prana is a connector. You could connect your pran to your mind. The mana and the pran, man and pran, they are highly significant. They can change the entire spectrum about your life. They can change everything about your life. They are so powerful. So if body and mind, let's say prana and mind, comes to a certain level of equilibrium, a harmony could be created within you. That's all can be said at this point in time. As long as your prana and the mind are not at the right juncture, it cannot be exactly at the same spot. If there is no equilibrium, then there is no harmony. So you can regulate your thought process through your breath. It is so powerful. You don't have to operate from your memorized version with the power of your breath. It is so powerful. You can change your thought instantly with the power of your breath. You can train your mind with the power of your breath. It is so powerful. You can change what you eat with the power of your breath. You can turn into a sattvic food eater with the power of your breath. You can train your tongue to eat a specific kind of food. That's how powerful your prana is. But the prana has to have the mind as well. Mind has to be trained with the help of prana. So if the prana and mind, a very vital force that you're breathing in and breathing out, you have taken for granted. As long as this prana is taken for granted, you are just scattering all your power away. Every single minute you're just squandering it away. You can tap this energy of yours and you can train your mind. Even the very Pratham Bhumi ki sadhana, the first stage of Yangam Yoga, if the mind and prana is not on the same page, this mind cannot be tapped there. Not possible. So this much clue can be given to you, to all of, it is for me as well, to all of us, that prana and mind, if they could come on the same page, I think there could be a lot of harmony within this system of yours, with yourself, I mean to say. You won't be in conflict with your own self. Because if you are in conflict with yourself, you will fight with other people outside of you. In fact, you're not fighting with people outside of you. You are fighting within your own self, which you cannot let it go, so that the very projection of that is fighting with the outside world. But the fight is within this mechanism. So if the prana and mind could come together at a specific juncture, that could be the answer. Indeed.
Ji, with this, a very interesting question is there connected with the same thing what we just discussed, is about the prana and the mind. So during the meditation time, one of the objective is to control the mind. That's one of the objective, because we believe that the mind is not controlled. The point comes is why this mind has been given to be controlled. No mind, nothing to be controlled. Is it possible that the mind itself doesn't exist for someone and then he is on a completely different zone altogether? Why this mind has been given, which is completely disturbing the person on his natural journey of human being or somewhere? Why this mind is actually uncontrolled? Can it be something which is already there, just purified mind, and then progress on that particular path? Does this mean that this will emphasize on a person's level of spirituality on that basis. So basically, what is this mind and why this mind is there to be disturbed, or it is disturbing us all the time?
Mind is a phenomenal tool, Subhashji, because the mind, we are able to talk right now. We are able to connect to one another. You being in Singapore, I being in Delhi, India, someone is from Paris, someone is from London, someone is from so many other places of the world. How is it possible without it? Tell me. It won't be possible. So mind is best tool, the phenomenal tool.
Ji. So I'm coming to another question, which is asked on the basis of the mission of life. How important it is to have a mission in our life? Is that mission designed deliberately, or it occurs on its own? I mean, has something to be done to know what is the mission of life? Like during this discussion, we heard that one of the objective is to know who I am. One, probably this could be one of the mission for life, but how somebody would come to know that yes, this is the mission of my life? Does it have to occur on its own, or it need to be designed by a single individual?
G. Well, just to give you a bit of what we discussed earlier, and also the question that you asked before this. Yes, the mission is life in life is your own doing. I mean, there's nothing to be known. I mean, there's no any specific agenda for anyone. If there's no agenda, then there is no doing. But do you have to find an agenda? Do you have to find a mission? I know I'm sorry to use this word agenda because it's a very negative word. Mission is a very polite word, very polished word, and you always want to hear some good words, right? But it doesn't change it. Well, the point here is that we should be extremely proud of what we have done as a human being. The progress, the technological advancement that we have made today is incredible. No one would have thought in the wildest imagination that we would have such a technology today. And it has happened because of what we as human beings have done. So, and we are not able to handle it today. It is quite ironical that the people who are really good at coding, coding, like there's so many people, I'm sure that so few of you would be very good at coding and all that, making a software or something like that. You are making softwares, and the software is so advanced and so intelligent that it is making everyone dumb and idiot. That's the problem. So we need to look at from a different perspective altogether. Those people who are really capable intellectually making a dumb society, because they are so capable intellectually, they could make softwares, do coding of that, create something out of coding that could simplify, further making things more convenient, so convenient that the end user could be the dumbest person on the planet to use it. Oh my God, this is the problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. I have problem with it, to be honest with you. That why everything has to be so convenient in today's world, that is the problem. But look at the guy who's making it. How elevated that person is. He's good at mathematics, or may not be good at mathematics. I am not, but he may be as intellectually capable as Subhash J is, as you are, Subhash J, some analytics guy. But look at you are making things convenient. Suppose that if you are working for a big corporate, okay? Now the guy who is supposed to be your boss, he could collect data from you. Maybe his son or daughter comes up tomorrow. They may be totally distracted a lot. They may not be deserving to be positioned where they are right now just by the virtue of being born in a family. They are out there, great. But look at their lives. They may not be nowhere at all where you are intellectually, but they are there where they are. Now they are suffering their haps, big cars, a big automobile, a big company. They are suffering their haps. You are not suffering. You are busy doing coding. You're making some drawing and some flowchart, some analytics. You're busy doing that. You may not be that rich. You may not be even 1/4 of it. You may not be even 10% of what they have money-wise, but you are 10,000 times much more productive and leading a life which is much more in sync with your own essence and becoming more productive. So what I'm trying to tell you is, people are suffering because they have been given too much. That's a problem. That's the problem. So it is about, it's not about a mind actually. Mind has created phenomenal success. We are able to connect and talk, but it is not about that. It is not about that at all. It is about much more significant. So that realization comes only once you realize that each moment of your life is not to be taken for granted. This life is precious. This breath is sacrosanct. And as each day passes by, we know that we are going towards passage which will not be returned. Not a moment can be returned to you, to me, to anyone else on this planet. Not to an enlightened master, not to a person enchained in his or her dispositions, operating from a very low level, or a person who everyone has a time and everyone is bound by the time. And how it works, unless that is not revealed by some realization, human life cannot be changed at all. As long as you are under the control of mind, it means that the time as well, the kala, the kal and mind works together. If the kal, the time conscious, the time just appears to be like that, it just a time that seems passes by. It's just draining. So it's just taking so much of you. But how you are responding to what is happening at this point in time is what all there is. That's all there is. How you are being oriented. How are you being oriented? It means if someone is controlling you, or are you controlling yourself? So if you are controlling yourself, it means that you would make the best use of what you are going through right now, where you are putting all your time. So if that is realized and how precious this life is, then something could be done. Otherwise, no teaching will help.
Ji. So there is one more very interesting question. That is, most of us are working in our day-to-day life in the office or our business or whichever way, at least for our living. Many times some of us have realized that this is not enough. We have to have a different objective in our life, especially towards the spirituality. And at that time point, people get disturbed, much more stressed, which side I should go, this side or that side, or how to take it all together. So basically, the person is looking for a peace in his life. Can meditation help that person to bring peace in the life, or Is meditation just a start from there onward to move towards finding out the real objective of the life? Ji, till the time, Naamdeo ji, okay.
Yes, yes.
Ji.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, perfect. Yes. Okay, I would think I can answer all of the questions all at once, because there was this question of yours which I could not answer. So the mind cannot be just purified by itself, because many people have this question that how you could purify your mind, and how would you know, how could you control your mind? So these questions do come up. And well, has anyone seen mind? Has anyone seen mind? Have I seen mind? Has any one of us seen the mind? No one. All right. So it is quite easy to blame the mind, because it is the most bechara thing in the world. I mean, you just blame the mind. So it's so easy to do so. So you see, what is important is, okay, I'll just give you an example. Suppose that you are working in a corporate sector, okay, right? You go to work, and what happens is you hear from someone that your colleague of yours has got a pay rise, or which you think, oh my God, that's quite not fair. He doesn't do much. How do you feel? Or suppose that someone got appreciation, which you don't think that person really deserved it. How would you feel? So you have this human feelings, emotions, and these emotions are so effusive in nature. These emotions can be tangible, can be felt across any sect, any religion, any segment of society. It's all everywhere. It is a form of mind, mana. How could ever be mind purified and controlled if these emotions are playing? As long as these emotions are there, how could anyone control his or her mind? It's not possible. So the very outcome of your mind is these emotions. You feel jealous, you feel envious, you feel this pride, you feel overwhelmed, you feel all kind of emotions, positive or negative. As long as you are at the helm of your emotions, how could anyone control his or her mind? Not possible. So first of all, forget about mind. Just throw the mind off the window. What you should be talking about is the emotions, the human emotions. Human emotions. Can all of us who are listening to this right now replace this mind with human emotions? Please, to clarify, to come to some certain degree of clarity of thought that is not about the mind at all, because something that cannot be seen is to be blamed. So it has only to do with the emotions that you are at the control of at each moment of your life. Can you purify that? If you could do that, it means that you can control your mind, whatever. So if the mind exists or not, if it does, because according to Bihangam Yoga, according to the science of Sadhudev Bhagwan, mind can be taken to a higher degree of consciousness, because mind is agantuk chetan. It means it is neither inert nor conscious. So the very transfusion of it, the very effect of it, it can make a transition from being inert, from the inertia to consciousness, if I could say, according to the principle of Bhinkam Yoga. So that can be done because prana and man. And what is the base of the prana is Akshar Mandal. And what is where mind will exist as long as the prana exists. So it can be dissolved into that zone, but it can never be controlled. What you should be, what all of us should be discussing about is the very orientation of ours, how we are conducting ourselves, how are we conducting ourselves to the situations and to the people around us. That is the main thing. If you are conducting yourself in such a peaceful manner, even things are just going off the track, or if you are able to take control of situations in a way that does not hurt people's sentiment, or you can make your way through it without making much of noise, then of course you are a person with a higher realm of consciousness. You operate from a higher level of consciousness. So it is not about the mind at all. Mind is not a different thing. Okay, so just because this question was asked by you, so it is very important that all of us shall realize one thing: how we are conducting ourselves. Is our conduct optimize the human values or glorify the image that we behold in our hearts? Does our action symbolize it or not? If it does not symbolize it, if our orientation, our conduct cannot become symbol of that glory that we want to have eternally, but our action is just opposite of it, it's not going to work. So be the karma of yours the light for others to follow. So it's only by doing the karma you can light the path of others. You cannot walk in darkness and show the torch to someone else, would you? You can't do it. You cannot just keep being in the dark and show the torch, show the light to others. It's not possible. So the only way you can actually control your mind, because there's no mind at all as such to say, is only it is the form of your behavior, isn't it? Would you agree? Yes or no? I think you will agree that the way you are conducting yourself is nothing but expression of your own self. It means expression of your mind as well. You are expressing your mind through your behavior, as simple as that. So don't need to control your mind, because you cannot say it. It's not tangible. It's not something that is perceptible by human eyes. So something that is not perceptible is to be blamed. Is very simple, but that will only kind of, you cannot blame anyone, so blame the mind, right? It doesn't work. It doesn't solve the problem. What will solve the problem is the emotions. These emotions are nothing but your mind. So just take control of your emotions. And if it happens spontaneously, without you forcing it, without you kind of trying to control it, if it happens that you are blissed, you are in a state of bliss no matter what happens, but still you operate intellectually, you exactly know how to conduct yourself under any specific circumstance, then you can say that you have controlled your mind. You can say that. But if you say that you have controlled your mind, but your behavior is just the opposite of it, your actions are just contrary to your declaration about yourself, then the whole world will know that your mind is not in control. Because if your mind could be in control, you would not be behaving in such a way. So let's work on our emotions. Let's work on how we are orienting ourselves in this world. So that's one thing. And of course, the missions, there's no any mission set by anyone, it's just that how how much you could realize about yourself. How much could you realize about yourself? That will expand your horizon. That will stretch your imagination. So with each passing day, you should be improving yourself. You should be in competition with your own self only, nowhere else, because you are the unique one. Your DNA cannot be of someone else. These fingerprints that you give on your Aadhaar card or any other card where these fingerprints are required cannot be replicated by anyone else like you, because no one is like you. No one is like you. It's just that how much you can expand yourself and how evolved you are into knowing about your own self. The more you know about yourself, the better it is. The intensity of awareness will bring discomfort, but that is the only way towards it. That will help your life progress, go in the right direction. That will expand your horizon, stretch your imagination. That will be able to take you out of your comfort zone, shatter all your illusions, and put you on the path that is needed for you. It may be highly disconcerting, highly uncomfortable, but that is what is needed. If you are, and if you have that nerve, if you are of that character, if you are made of that stern character, then you are in the mission of life. Otherwise, if you are, as long as you are just being pulled by your senses, do what they are telling you, how distracted you are by the pulse of your senses, then life is anyway just destroyed. It is not a life of a human. Because of that, one has to descend down and become a cat and dog and XYZ, because the software has been given there. They cannot operate out of the software. But this software, it can be deleted, it can be obliterated and made a new one instantly. We are in the control of our emotions. A dog cannot be, a cat cannot be, a lion cannot be, a tiger cannot be, any other species than human being cannot do anything at all. It's the software they follow. They are instinctively driven. We are not instinctively driven. We don't have to be instinctively driven. And as long as you are driven instinctively by your senses, then of course human life and value is lost. So the mission in life is not to reach to some planet on some platform. No, it is all bogus. What is important is to know this human mechanism and how it works and why it is for. If you know this thing, then all there is in this world will look fine to you. If you know this human mechanism, this chemical factory, the biggest chemical factory in the world, because all the emotions are manufactured within it. So if you are able to control this, then what will happen to you, my dear friend, is everything around you will look fine, will look okay. You will not complain about things around you. As long as this cannot be channelized, the energy of this human body and mind cannot be channelized constructively, not channelized constructively, you will blame the whole world, people, circumstance, and everything. Life will be very, very heavy, and life very, very tough, very, very cumbersome, very, very difficult. So that, if you talk about the mission is you, my dear friend. That's it. Rest, leave to the Almighty, leave to the Sadgurudev Bhagwan. If he had chosen you, if Sadgurudev had chosen you to do some specific job, I can tell you, you are a very special, very, 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 very special soul. Because you have been chosen, like Subhasji has been chosen to do this, it means he's very chosen soul. I take a bow before him. So it is very important to realize that where we are right now at this point in time and how we are being guided. So the more control there is on your own self, spontaneously, the better it is for you. The more conducive you become to receive higher level of understanding and consciousness.
Thank you very much, Naamdeo Ji Maharaj. Thank you very much. I'm looking on the time. It's It's there now, but still, I am going to announce that I'm going to open the floor for all the participants. If you have any question, please first raise your hand on Zoom. I will send you to unmute yourself so that you can ask any question. So if any one of you have any question, once you unmute yourself, please mention your name, from which country you are right now residing, and then you may ask your question. So please, if any one of you have any question, you may raise your hand. I think, Dr. Alka, you had one question earlier, I believe, but now the hand was raised. Can you raise your hand again so that I can find you, so that you can ask the question if you're there? Okay. I'm requesting you to unmute yourself. If you can, please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Or anyone else has any question
Yeah,
related with
can you hear me
meditation?
now? Subhashji, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, Premji.
Okay. First of all, Shat Shat Pranam to Swamiji. And this last 1.5 hour, both of us are glued to listening to Swamiji. And this has been such a wonderful appreciation and understanding that I just want to pranam again and again to you. The question which I have is that, as you very rightly mentioned, that time is running away. And both of us also realize that time is running away because the Kala is there. And this human life has the ability to, develop further itself. And therefore, we always feel that this time is running away and what to do. And what I observe is that despite of all the practices, that most of the time, lot of wasteful conversation keeps going on in the, we call it in the mind or wherever it is. And most of that relates to the activities which we are doing on a daily basis. And this conversation is not something which is happening by itself. I always observe that we are part of this conversation, which is happening, but still it happens. So the main thing is that, how to basically see that activity. Sometimes I feel that I should drop worldly activities and then this conversation will reduce. Sometimes I feel that it is a challenge and which I should take it that while doing the worldly activities, this conversation should start subsiding. So that is my question is, again, time is running away, as you very rightly said, the human life is so important. And, what is the desired way of leading the remaining life? Am I clear, Swamiji?
Yes, very clear. Yes. I think you can turn your time around. You can turn your time around. Not a problem. You can multiply your time. Not a problem at all. You can actually multiply your time. A lot of people have done so. So if any one of us feel that time has gone by and we have unfortunately wasted a lot of time, then actually there is a good news that we can actually multiply our time. And this multiplication of time will come with the intensity of awareness, the expansion of awareness. That's it. So I can have, let's say, 24 hours, but you can achieve the same thing within just 4 or 3 hours, even less. All depends on the intensity of awareness. How aware you are at this point in time will decide everything. So don't worry about the wastage of time or time has gone by or slipping by. You can multiply your time. So if someone has wasted, all of us feel that, this time could have been realized, or I could not make very judicious use of the time in the past because I was chained in my own lower characteristics. All of us do feel that, don't we? Yes, we do. We do feel that all the time. I put on these kind of things which could not glorify the life of a human. Let's accept this fact. All of us have gone through that. In fact, these experiences are very important so that when you grow out of them, you know exactly what not to do, Before you know what you must do, you also must know what you must not do in your life. That's why it is not a waste of time, not at all. It's just that the realization is very important. If you have realized it, the time that you put in for that thing, for a, let's say, for a relationship, that person wasn't that deserving enough, or for your son or daughter or XYZ, or it could be anyone, or the company that you worked for, the people did this to you and you put so many hours and many hours. Now the realization is very important, that you realize that, and the realization is so much. The power of realization is so much. You know it. Even if in my next birth, I am not wasting my time on this, that shall be the level of your consciousness. I personally practice this one every single day, what I must not do, because I want to train my mind so that it goes into my DNA, my system, that even if I die tomorrow, in my next birth, I will exactly know what I must not do.
Thank you, Swamiji. I think I just want to add this point is that I don't feel that I wasted my time on different activities, but what I observe is a lot of wasteful conversation which keep happening pertaining to the activities which has no value, which I also realize has no value, but that conversation keep happening. When I am walking, that conversation will happen. After some time, that conversation will drop by itself. So my question is, either I should reduce the activities on the worldly matters and then this conversation will reduce, or I take it as a challenge that I need to train my mind or train so that my mind is able to handle the worldly activities as efficiently as it can be.
No, you don't need to train your mind at all. Don't do that. You don't have to do it. Once you know that you don't have to train your mind to do something which is anyway saps your energy and time, why would you do that anyway in the first place? Don't do it. Not at all. It's not needed. So once you know that it's not needed, why do you have to do that? It's just that you reduce it. You don't have to confront it. And if you don't have to confront it, then there's no obligation. So you make your own decision, and based on what is best for you, just do it. Not a problem. Because there are a few things which I'm sure, including myself as well, do realize at times that we have wasted a lot of time on things that should not have occupied our space, like because we were unconscious of our actions. So even if we have done that, that can also be resolved. That's what I mean to say, because not everyone is so elevated enough to perform the actions based on their level of greater self, because most of them have operated out of their lower version from their memorized self, because this human body is not just a body which is right here. It has percolated down generation after generation, birth after birth, what we have right here, what we see as a human body. So the idea here is that we should be so conscious of our action, and this consciousness, how conscious we are of our actions, the better our life will be, the better we will have the utilization of our time. So of course time has gone by, but it can be multiplied with the intensity of awareness. And this intensity of awareness is the degree of your consciousness, is the degree of your consciousness. So if you are really alert, you know that this is how you should be operating, this is how you should be conducting with each passing minute, then of course you are upgrading yourself, you are evolving yourself as a human being. And as you do so, you will find that your time is being multiplied.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you very much, Swamiji.
Thank you, Premji. Thank you very much. Any more question from anyone else? Before that, I think there is one question, Naamdeo from Mr. Chanley, who is from Singapore, who had asked earlier the question about peace. He is asking one more question, is that how can we control our emotional feeling towards our environment or any other people?
Nothing shall be controlled, because control is a very strong word, because want to control something. I think letting go is a better version of it. So whatever in fact disturbs you, rather than trying to control it, let it go. Let it go. So if it is only to do with the very emotions of it, if someone is going to take everything away, like the very base of your life, that's a different thing altogether. You should deal with it differently. But if it is only to do with your emotions, then let it go. Don't control them. Not needed. Whatever you think is important is not important. No, not at all. If it is to do only with, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling outraged, I'm feeling pleasant, if that is the only thing, then let them go. Not important. It doesn't deserve your time.
Thank you very much, Naamdeo ji. Any more question? Last one. But just before that, I would like to highlight one more thing. Tomorrow we have another session with Naamdeo ji, where the topic is Vihangam Yoga. The time is 10 a.m. Singapore time. And we may have some more questions tomorrow later on. But right now, if you have just one more last question, if somebody wants to raise your hand, please quickly let us know. Otherwise, we will move towards the closer of this session. I think most of the questions have already been answered by Naamdeo ji Maharaj, but still, if anyone has, okay, seems that, okay, there is one question. Let me unmute. Okay. Can you please let us know your name and from where you are connected, and then your question, please.
Jai Shri Gurudev. I am Shobha Kaushik, connected from India, Chhattisgarh. Am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. Actually, these are things whatever are being discussed here. It is something I'm not understanding because I don't have that knowledge. But a simple question, as I'm a student, and sometime, usually I used to have regular meditation every day during morning and evening time. But someday, due to some reasons, and I'm engaged in some activities, meditation is not done. But and due to which it's something like I'm losing calmness or the turbulence in mind. So how I can cope up with it? May I please?
Okay, so yes. So you don't do meditation and you want to feel calm. All right, very nice. Yeah, calmness and meditation doesn't have to come together. Absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong in it. You don't have to do meditation to become calm, do you? I don't think so. So that's the thing, that we shall not try and kind of promote in such a way that, oh, you want to feel calm, do meditation. No, not at all. It's not needed. What has calmness to do with meditation? Well, what you can do is you can follow 5-second rule. Okay, 5-second rule. So if you're feeling angry right now, are you feeling angry right now? Ask yourself, are you feeling angry? Now count 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count to 5. Count to 5. Each time you feel angry, count to 5. So if you are in a rage, and if you find yourself in a fit of rage because of circumstances outside of you, which you cannot control, just count to 5. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you aware? Now ask yourself, are you aware? You're counting 5. 1, 2, 3. You can do it in your mind. You don't have to say it loud. So just count to 5. So if you could take control of 5 seconds of your life, just 5 seconds of your life, you will see that you have crossed 22 seconds. And once you cross 22 seconds, 50%, the 50% of that intensity of that anger has subsided. And after 44 seconds, it has further by 10%, reduced by 10%. And after 1 minute and 60, or maybe 1 hour, around 50 and 2, after 2 minutes, you can take control of situation. So count to 5, count to 5, count to 5. Each time you feel a bit troubled, or you feel you find yourself in a fit of rage, count to 5, count to 5. It's very easy. You can do that. You can try it. You can close your eyes and count to 5. You don't have to participate in the drama of the world. Don't have to become angry. Count to 5.
Okay, there is one more last question. Okay, 2 questions quickly. Bharti ji from Oman, can unmute yourself.
Namaste, Guruji. Myself Bharti. I am from Oman. I had been practicing yoga, meditation for quite some time, but there was not consistency. Now I've started with this meditation challenge. But what I feel is, I am getting more impulsive. When I react to certain situation, I feel like after I realize why I reacted this way, I am doing meditation. I need to be more in control of myself. But I don't know. I feel I'm getting more impulsive. I don't know. This is kind of some kind of something toxic coming out before I realize something within me. So I just wanted to get your clarification on this. Thank you.
Very good sign, Bharti ji. Very good sign that you realize these emotions of yours which come out. And you also are contradicting, saying that, oh, if I'm meditating, why I'm feeling like that? So it's also, again, it's a very good sign. So you are becoming aware about that. So meditation is all about that, bringing yourself to yourself, to bring clarity of vision in life. That's the meditation. Meditation is all about bringing yourself to a platform where you are able to feel a sense of comfort with and within yourself. So it's good that you are aware about it. I think it's a very good sign that you are becoming very impulsive, and you realize that you are being like that, you are being like that, but you are being like that, but you are not that. So this is what you need to know, that you are none of these that you are going through. So you are not giving in for these impulses, are you? Are you giving in for these impulses? You're not giving in for these impulses. You are calm and composed. These just come and go by. They will just they're like a breeze passing through. So just like that, it's not a problem. So just become present to it. This is how you give an attendance. Hello, yes, I'm here. So if it comes up, say, oh, I'm here. So these impulses comes up quite strongly. We just say, yeah, I'm here. I'm rooted. I know I'm here. So if you do this one, your life, everything will be taken care of. So just become present to it. The intensity of awareness, like it is so intense, you know it. Oh, these impulses are there. Oh, they come up. It's like a passing breeze. I'm not gonna get swept away with the blow of the wind. No, I'm not. I'm here. That's all. So this intensity of awareness eventually bring you to that level of platform where you will be calm with it. Nothing will disturb you. So to begin with, what you said makes sense. You are on the right path because you are aware about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharti. There is one more last question, and that is from Nutanji.
Jai Sadgurudev, am I audible?
Yes, please.
Jai Sadgurudev, Koti Koti Pranam to Naamdev Ji Maharaj. My question is, I don't know, maybe there is only one life, but in my life there is one I'm differentiating my life into regular life and this seva, because seva, satsang and sadhana, these are the basic mantra of the Viharal yoga that I want to follow. But in case of the seva, many times the same emotions are coming. Sometimes I'm feeling happy, sometimes I'm feeling angry, or like that. So in that kind of, while doing seva also, should we do let it go, or whatever you have answered so many questions that we cannot control and we have to let it go, so we have to follow this mantra on in case of seva as well, or what?
G, okay, right. So seva is the most significant. Seva is the most significant. Why? Because it cuts the karma. You know, the karmic substances can be reduced or obliterated with the power of seva. So seva is the most significant, and these things do come up because of the accumulation of the karmic circumstances that we have in this body, in this physical bodies, but it was acquired unconsciously somewhere in our previous lives. We may not believe that this is we have got one life or two lives, but in fact, there's not even one life. There are many, many millions of lives. You see, and this human body of ours is just the museum of all the gallery of experiences that this body has experienced, this human psyche or consciousness has experienced, because of which we have this human body. That's the only reason why the human body has been given to you, to me, to everyone else, so that we dissolve mind and matter in this life by this human body only. Yes, that's right. So seva is the most significant. That's why seva is the most significant. What I have just explained it to you. So to cut the karma, and body is sadhan. Sab sadhan naradeya hai jnana moksha kar dwar. Swarveda, we're talking about Bhyangam Yoga. Sab sadhan naradeya hai jnana moksha kar dwar. Deva sadafal safala kara jivan janma samhar. Jivan janma samhar. It means this jivan, and jan means the coming and what has been done. So this body of yours, and how to cut your karma? By seva. Satsang will give you that wisdom. Okay, shall I let it go? Yes, of course. And sadhana, it means dridhata. Seva, it means cutting the karma. Seva, satsang, sadhana. So it has a meaning. It is not just a word, seva, satsang, sadhana. It has very deep meaning. So once you, of course, these are the pillars, and actually the sattva, rajas, tamas, they will help you transcend above that, and that's the life of a human. So indeed, what you have just said, it does make sense to me, absolutely. And everyone, I would suggest, shall follow it. So I think you're right. So in sadhana, seva, satsang, and sadhana, seva, you cut your karma. Through satsang, you have the wisdom. Shall I let it go? Yes, I think you should. This is the anger. This is not me. This is the first physical experiences because of something. I'm operating from some level. No, this is not me. Should let it go. And sadhana, it means that to be consistent, to be unflickering focus there, sadhana, dridhata. So of course, if you have these three greater characteristics, you can sail through this prakriti. Absolutely, you're on the right path.
Thank you very much, Nutanji. And I think now I must end here the session. We have been discussing We have been hearing to Sant Naamdeo ji since last almost more than 1.5 hours. It was a very nice interaction. Sansri, thank you very much for your time. It was a wonderful time. I am sure each one of us have been there with you, with your words and with your blessings. Thank you very much being with us, and we look forward to hear more and more blessings from you in coming future. Of course, tomorrow we have one more session, and then we will have more learning and blessings from you thereafter. Thank you very much for being with us on this political platform, blessing all of us. Thank you very much.
My honor. Thank you very much. Pranam, transfers to all of you. Seek your blessings. Thank you.
Ji. So just moving forward from here onward, just quickly to remind each one of you that please don't forget to submit your daily reports when you are meditating on a daily basis. Submit your reports. If you have any questions, please put that in Slido, or otherwise when you are submitting your form, please put your questions or remarks in that form also. Ask questions and attend all these events. All these events are for you and only for you, for your benefit, so that you can uplift your life. And as right now we just heard from Sant Naamdeo ji that what exactly the objective of our life, how we have to move from one stage to another, how we have to uplift ourselves. So these are the things which makes you conscious in your day-to-day life. So please progress on all these as per your convenience. And as you all know, all the links of the meditation sessions have been given in the WhatsApp group as well as on the website. It is provided. Please feel free to join any one of these sessions as per your convenience. And now on the last, I'd like to invite Ashish Dadit ji from France to do the Shanti part, short Shanti part, please.
जय सद्गुरुदेव टू ऑल ऑफ यू। स्वामी जी के चरणों में कोटि से प्रणाम। हे प्रभु शांति स्वरूप हो, शांति शांति माया शांति, शांति शांति जन शांति हो, पूर्ण शांति माया शांति। हे प्रभु शांति प्रदान कर, दूर हो सर्व अशांति। देव सदा फल शांति माया, शांति शांति सुख शांति। बोले सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की जय।
जय। Thank you very much, Ashish ji, for the Santi part, the World Peace Prayer. And this is what is the end of today's session. Once again, thank you very much, each single one of you, for joining with us on this wonderful platform to learn, to get the blessings from Sant Naamdeo ji. I'm sure most of you would have experienced the divinity within yourself. And I'm sure since we have started this journey, this will remain as continued, and keep on meditating and keep on uplifting yourself. Thank you very much. Have a nice time ahead. Have a happy meditation. Take care. Bye-bye.